ठीक है, तो today we will start mining machinery. ठीक है, in this chapter I think total 4 to 5 questions came each year. इतना ही आता है ना, 4 to 5 like that, 4 to 5 questions.
वैसे ही approach.
Yeah, in which there will be 2 theoretical questions and 3 to 4 numericals. And mining machinery numericals are very easy. And about theory part, you have to study from the book. तो मेरा जो पर्सनल चॉइस है वो है डीजे देशमुख एंड नॉट ऑल द टॉपिक्स, ओनली फ्यू टॉपिक्स ही पढ़ना है. मींस सिलेबस बहुत कन्फाइंड है थ्योरी के लिए. एंड अबाउट न्यूमेरिकल्स, उसकी फॉर न्यूमेरिकल्स यू हैव टू बी क्लियर नॉलेज ऑफ काइनेमेटिक्स, friction and work, energy, power, torque, both for the linear motion and rotational motion also. ठीक है, so if your basic knowledge is clear these terms, then half of your mining machinery is already over. ठीक है, so for in the first class we will solve the some questions that came through the basics only, is from this subjects only in the previous year gate. So first basics से start करते हैं kinematics. In kinematics, what we study about? We study about velocity, distance, acceleration, like that, is some things. Now, what is velocity? You all know. Velocity is distance
upon time.
Or you can also say that ds by dt in calculus form. ds means change in distance, dt means change in time. And acceleration can be written as
velocity upon time,
means change in velocity divided by change in time, or dv by dt, or it can be also written as d square s by dt square. ठीक है, ये बेसिक्स होता है. And acceleration हो गया. And what is work? पता है? Sorry, पहले force start कर. या पहले force कर. या force क्या होता है? Force is the mass into acceleration. Yeah, mass into acceleration. It is in Newton. And work is the force into displacement, F into S. Yeah, force into displacement. And what is power?
Work upon time.
Work upon time means work क्या होता है? Force into displacement into time divided by time. And force, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? Force to s by t. S by t क्या होता है? Velocity. Means force into velocity can be written as power. Okay. Now tau क्या होता है? What is tau? Tau is torque. Torque means force
into perpendicular distance.
Into perpendicular distance, or you can say cross product. Cross product into distance. Cross product means perpendicular distance. Or if it is a rotational motion, power can be written as torque dot omega. Omega क्या होता है? Angular
velocity.
Yeah, angular velocity. Angular velocity can be written as d theta by dt. D theta क्या होता है? Change in angle by change in time, d theta by dt. And if n is given, that is rpm, rotation per minute. So n, if n is given in rpm, so what will be the omega?
Pi dn upon 60.
देखो हाँ ऐसा ही कुछ होगा. n equal to rpm means rotation per minute. So in rotation means 2 pi. In one rotation how many angles are there? 2 pi angles. 2 pi radian angle होता है. By in 1 minute how many seconds are there? 60 seconds. ठीक है. And this is time. This is theta. Okay. If you multiply with n, it will be d theta by dt. It's change in angle divided by change in time, dt. यही होता है 2 pi n by 60 होता है. आई थिंक 2 pi n by 60 ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू. चेक करना है एक बार.
यही होता है सर.
या 2 pi n by 60. तो ये सब बेसिक्स है. एनी कंफ्यूजन इन दिस टर्म्स किसी को अभी तक? Because we have already covered these topics in basic physics, so this is for the revision part. हमारा रिवीजन हो रहा है. ओके. आज कुछ नहीं, बस बेसिक्स क्वेश्चंस करते हैं so that you will get confidence. What is friction?
Force into normal.
Yeah, मतलब if a block is there and any surface, means if two surfaces are in contact with each other like that, the surface of this block and the surface of the floor is in contact with each other, then there should be a friction and its coefficient should be mu. Okay. And there will be some mass of this block m, and so there will be a normal force mg. So what will be the friction force here in this case? Friction force क्या होता है? Mu, that is coefficient of friction into normal force. So normal force means perpendicular to your motion. Means if you are applying any force in this direction, so body should move in this direction. with acceleration A, and your normal force, that is force due to its own weight, is in downward direction, you can see that if this is the direction of your motion and this is the normal force, then these are perpendicular. That means this is the normal force, mu into mg. This is called friction. Okay. And what if a body is in inclined plane, that is angle theta, with a mass m?
mg cos theta.
In this question, if you draw the diagram, free body diagram of this block, yes, now its mg will be in this direction. Always remember that the normal force will be not always mg. It will be the perpendicular. It should be in the perpendicular direction, in the direction of motion. If this is the direction of motion, then normal force will be in perpendicular to its surface. Okay, like that. So here, what is the direction of motion towards the incline? This one, towards the incline. So normal force must be in this direction, like that. होना चाहिए. So this should be the normal force, this one. So what will be this force? ये mg है. हाँ. If this is angle theta, this angle will be also theta. If you see the triangle theta. So if this is mg, using the triangle law, this force will be mg cos theta.
Cos theta.
So in this case, what is the friction force? Friction force is the mu.
Mu mg cos theta.
Mu mg cos theta. Okay. Now, what is the driving force here? Driving force क्या होता है?
mg sin theta.
Means force in the direction of its motion. So force in the direction of motion is, this is the direction of motion, and what is the force in this direction? This one. If this is theta, this would be 90 minus theta, तो ये mg sin theta. किसी को डाउट है क्या mg sin theta mg cos theta कैसे हो रहा है? अच्छी बात है. This is great question. In this question, you can see a wooden block is there having mass of 50 kg. 50 kg. And coefficient of static friction. Coefficient of static friction is 0.5. Achha, there are two types of friction. One is static, one is kinetic. Mu s and mu k. What are the difference? These two.
स्टैटिक मतलब जब बॉडी रुक जाता है, और काइनेटिक मतलब जब बॉडी मोशन में होता है.
Yeah, when body is in motion, means this coefficient is applied when body is in motion, and this coefficient is applied when body is in rest. Means for the example, let's take a situation. that you are applying a force F, okay, and there is mass M, that is mg, and there is mu s given and mu k also given, okay. So first case and second case, when, so what will be the direction of friction? Can you say? Friction क्या करता है? It opposes the motion. Means if force is in direction, so friction must be in this opposite direction to oppose the motion. Okay. So for the body to be in rest, for this body to be in rest, the criteria should be the frictional force should be greater than force applied. होना चाहिए. Means if friction force is more than the force applied, then it will be static. मतलब motion में नहीं है. What will be the, then in this case, when friction force is greater than force applied, in this case mu s will be applied, means mu static into mg. Okay. Now second case, when force applied is greater than friction force. In this case, ये जो force है which through which the motion is occurring, means if F is greater and friction is less, so obviously motion will be in this direction with acceleration of A. So that means it is in motion. Motion में. So in this case, mu k will be applied, means kinetic friction. Mu k mg is less than F. This is the condition. In this question, simple बस block diagram बनाना. This is the P applied, okay. The smallest magnitude of P in kg that will cause impeding motion in the block, means what should be the value of P such that this block will be in motion, and mu s is given as 0.5. That means P applied should be equal to force, frictional force. Okay, means friction force should be equal to P applied. So in this case, what is the normal force? अच्छा ये बताओ, ये एंगल कितना होगा? What will be this angle?
Tan inverse 3/4.
Tan inverse 3/4. Yeah, exactly. तो what tan inverse 3/4? I think 37 डिग्री होता है ना?
Yes sir.
Nearly 37.
Yes sir.
Okay, तो ये इतना नोट कर लो in next page.
7.
Yeah, 37 obviously. This is P and the angle is 37 degree. Okay, and what is the mg? 50 into g. The m is 50. Okay,
10 to 9.82.
Mu is 0.5. Okay, these are the conditions given. So in this case, what is the P? What is the force applied such that this body will be in motion? So for this force in the horizontal direction, that is force that is causing the motion should be equal to the friction force. Okay, तो इसमें क्या क्या फाइंड करना है? mu into normal force. So what you need to find here? What is the
motion में equal होगा क्या?
हाँ, means impeding the motion, means motion just start होगा.
अच्छा.
Means impeding the motion just start होगा in the verge of starting. So what is the P horizontal? Force in horizontal direction that will cause the motion. This one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think this will be P cos 37.
P cos 37.
Okay. तो ऐसे कर सकते हो like that. If it is 37, it should be also 37. यहाँ पर, yeah. तो ये P cos 37 and this will be P sin 37.
P sin 37.
So what you need to find is force in horizontal direction. What is the force in horizontal direction?
P sin 30.
P sin
P
so
cos
vertical
37.
है.
Sorry.
P sin 37 is in vertical direction. That is normal
P cos.
force. P cos 37 in the direction of motion. That is P cos 37. Okay. Now friction force is 0.5 given, means mu 0.5 given. Now normal force. Normal force कितना normal force है यहाँ पर? How many normal forces are there?
2 sir.
2. One is 50 into G.
2 forces
Second
are
is
there.
second is P sin 37. There are 2 normal forces. So all will
50
be
into
yeah 50 into 9.8 plus P sin 37. So put the values of sin 37 cos 37, you will get the answer. That is P. You will get the P. कितना आ रहा है? Cos 37 I think it is 4/5.
50 ग्राम में है आंसर.
नहीं kg है.
0.79.
ओके.
0.5 50 into 9.8 कितना होगा? 490 I think.
490.
490.
0.601.
P into 3/5. तो बस P कितना आ रहा है? P common 8 minus 3 will be 10. 490 आ रहा है.
490 आ रहा है. Yes sir.
Yeah,
490.
P equal to 490. It is in Newton. ठीक है? But
Yes sir.
in question it is asked in kg. P in kg. So it should be 50. Means 490 divided by 9.8, 50. Okay.
ठीक.
फ्रिक्शन क्वेश्चंस करना है. This is also good question. A block weight 100 kilonewton rests on a floor as shown in the figure. The coefficient of static friction between the block and the floor is 0.5. A force of 45 kilonewton is applied horizontally on the block. The static friction force in kilonewton is, what is the static frictional force? In this case, what is the first ये करो, what is the mu s into normal force? ये कितना आ रहा है?
0.5
0.5 into 100 kilonewton, that is 50 kilonewton.
50.
Now what is the driving force in horizontal direction? That is 45
100
kilonewton. ये 45 kilonewton है ना?
नहीं, वो मैं नहीं बोला था मैं। 100 किलो न्यूटन जो नॉर्मल फोर्स है वो वेट होगा
Yeah.
ना वो बॉडी का।
100 kilonewton पूरा टोटल mg दिया हुआ।
हाँ mg, ठीक है।
तो स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन फोर्स क्या है यहाँ पर?
ये तो 50 हो जाएगा ना सर, जो
या 50 या 50 डायरेक्टली। तो यू कैन सी कितना इजी क्वेश्चन आते हैं
ये
एग्जाम
तो
में।
डायरेक्ट हो गया।
या तो चैप्टर्स में घुसने से ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है पहले ब्रीफ में अच्छे से सारे टर्म्स को अच्छे से कर ले प्रैक्टिस। एंड हाँ, अनदर फ्रिक्शन क्वेश्चन इन विच पुली इज देयर। तो पुली का बहुत क्वेश्चंस आता है एग्जाम में। In 2020 also one question was there from pulley. In the following figure, the coefficient of kinematic friction between the trolley and the surface is 0.04. ये पढ़ना important है। Means kinetic friction is given and it is between trolley and surface. Trolley, this is trolley, this is surface. The kinetic friction is given for this surface, mu k. It is 0.04. When the block is released, means this is the block. When it is released from rest, the acceleration of the trolley in meter per second square becomes, means when you release this block, what will be the acceleration? So for this question, what you will first do? हमारा first approach क्या होगा? We will go step by step. We have to make a free body diagram. Yeah. Free body diagram. First for the 80 kg बनाते हैं. So let's say this is the string attached. So in this, why this block will move? Because due to the tension, यहाँ पे जो tension होगा उसके कारण. So T is the driving force, tension in the string. Now, what is the another force? I think mg. What is another force क्या होगा? Frictional force.
Yeah.
Because friction is given mu k. ठीक है? ये. Now, for the 10 kg block, what are the forces? One is mg, that is 10 into g, and another is tension. Obviously, this tension will be in opposite direction, means it is opposing the motion. T. And I think question may be arise that why these both tension are equal, means there is pulley this tension will be equal or different. ये हो सकता है question. For
Yes,
this type of
sir.
for this type of question, you should remember that if strings are same, मतलब string same है, then acceleration will be also same and tension will be same. Like this, in this case, if there is tension T, tension here also will be T, tension T. And the acceleration of both the blocks will be equal. Means if it is going acceleration A by down, it should be going acceleration A by up. And if
सर
you
इसमें क्या बोले, क्या इक्वल रहेगा?
acceleration, if same, you can see ये जो string है same string है. Both are attached with
Yes,
the
sir.
both are attached with the same string. दोनों same string से attached है.
Yes, sir.
So in this case,
ठीक ठीक.
acceleration will be equal and tension will be equal, but in both the different direction. इसका एक बहुत अच्छा वीडियो है, मतलब डेमो में पढ़ाया था, वो उसका वीडियो रिकॉर्डेड है, मैं भेजूंगा. If you take question, इस क्वेश्चन में देखो, for this type of question, here tension is T, here tension is T, here tension is T. Because why? Because it is just all are the same string. ये देखो same string है.
Yeah.
So tension will be same. But here this is not the, this is different string. You can see ये different string है. So its tension will be not T, मतलब same नहीं होगा. Its tension will be different. Questions करेंगे depth में तो पता चल जाएगा. We will do many questions from this pulley type. So this is for the brief idea that tension will be equal. So now after that, what should be the equation here? हाँ, ये direction में acceleration होगा. Acceleration. Obviously motion भी हो रहा है. So acceleration is in this direction, and acceleration will be same because string is same. ठीक है? So what should be your equation? First in the force in driving force minus opposing force
minus frictional force
equal to mass into acceleration.
acceleration.
So what is the driving force here? T, tension, minus. What is the opposing force here? Mu into mg. M क्या है? 80 kg. Equal to 80 into A, acceleration. What for this question? What is the driving force? 10 into G. What is the opposing force? Tension. And acceleration will be
Minus
A,
T.
that is M into A, 10 into A. Now if you see this question, there are two variables T and A and two equation, equation 1 and equation 2. दो equation है, दो variable है. You can find the value of A, acceleration you have to find. So for that first eliminate the tension. उसके लिए क्या
वो
करना
add
होगा?
कर देंगे तो हो
Equation 1
जाएगा.
plus equation 2. So 10 into G minus mu कितना है? 0.04 given in the question. What is M for the heavier block? 80 into G is equal to 90 into A, means 80 plus 10, 90. G common.
हेलो सर.
हाँ बोलो.
सर ये जैसे अपन अभी पढ़े कि टेंशन इक्वल टू एक्सेलरेशन है सेम स्ट्रिंग पे, तो यहाँ t कैंसिल कर देंगे या t इक्वल्स टू a रख सकते हैं?
टी तो टेंशन हो गया ना, और ए तो एक्सलेशन हो गया, तो टी इक्वल टू ए नहीं समझा।
नहीं, ये सेम स्ट्रिंग पे दोनों की वैल्यू इक्वल रहेगी ना।
Acceleration will be same and tension will be same. Means tension तो equal होगा, acceleration depends on the how many pulleys are attached, but tension will be same.
हाँ ठीक ठीक ठीक।
Tension will be same. Like in this case, tension will be same, acceleration same है। ये simple एक ही pulley है, so acceleration will be also same.
ठीक है ठीक है।
देखो, length of the string is constant, वो तो constant है, means distance between both the blocks should be constant. वो कब possible होगा? When there is no